What lurks behind the allure of the enigmatic and shadowy world of cults? Is it the magnetic pull of charismatic leaders, the promise of forbidden knowledge, or something more sinister? Throughout history, these mysterious groups have both fascinated and horrified, weaving a complex web of spirituality, community, and often dark and hidden agendas. Join us as we venture into the top 10 most terrifying cults, unraveling secrets that have captivated the public's imagination and left an indelible mark on our collective psyche. Warning: the journey ahead may reveal unsettling truths. Viewer discretion is advised. 10. Rajneeshpuram. Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh, also known as Osho, was an Indian mystic and spiritual guru who founded a commune in Oregon known as Rajneeshpuram. Charismatic and controversial, Rajneesh attracted thousands of followers from around the world. Rajneeshpuram was more than just a spiritual retreat. It was a city built from scratch, complete with its own airport, shopping centers, and police force. Followers, known as Rajneeshis, embraced a philosophy that combined Eastern mysticism with open attitudes towards sexuality and material wealth. Tensions with local residents escalated, culminating in a Bhayabhakar attack orchestrated by Rajneesh's secretary, Mahanand Sheela. The attack poisoned over 700 people, leading to the collapse of the commune. Rajneesh was deported, and some of his staff were convicted. The movement still has followers today, but the legacy of Rajneeshpuram remains a dark chapter in American history. 9. Angel's Landing. For 15 years, Daniel Perez, a self-described seer who claimed to be a 1,000-year-old angel, led a traveling group known as Angel's Landing. Perez told his followers that he needed to have sex with young girls to stay alive, creating a web of manipulation and control. Perez's reign came to an end when he was arrested for the drowning death of a 26-year-old member, Patricia Hughes. Investigations revealed that Perez had collected millions of dollars in life insurance policies from members who died under suspicious circumstances. In 2015, Perez was convicted of 28 crimes, including first-degree murder, rape, and sexual exploitation of a child, and was sentenced to life in prison. 8. Heaven's Gate. Heaven's Gate was a cult founded by Marshall Applewhite and Bonnie Nettles in the 1970s. The duo believed they were the two witnesses mentioned in the book of Revelation, and that they were on a divine mission to lead their followers to salvation. The beliefs of Heaven's Gate were a blend of Christian theology, New Age spirituality, and science fiction. Members were taught that Earth was about to be recycled, and the only way to escape was to leave their human bodies behind. In March 1997, Applewhite convinced 38 followers to participate in a mass suicide, believing that a spacecraft trailing the Hale-Bopp comet would take their souls to a new level of existence. The event shocked the world and remains one of the most infamous mass suicides in history. 7. The Manson Family. The Manson family was a cult led by Charles Manson, a charismatic and manipulative figure who attracted a group of young followers in the late 1960s. Manson believed in an apocalyptic race war called Helter Skelter, named after a Beatles song. Under Manson's influence, his followers committed a series of brutal murders, including the killing of actress Sharon Tate and several others in August 1969. The crimes were intended to incite racial tensions and bring about Manson's prophesied war. Manson and several of his followers were arrested and convicted, with Manson spending the rest of his life in prison. The Manson family's crimes continue to be a symbol of the dark and twisted power that a charismatic leader can wield over impressionable minds. 6. Children of God, the Family International. Children of God, also known as the Family International, was founded by David Brant Berg in the late 1960s. Berg preached a message of salvation, love, and spiritual revolution, but also advocated for highly controversial practices. Under Berg's teachings, members were encouraged to engage in flirty fishing, using sex to attract new recruits. The group also endorsed child-adult sexual relationships, leading to widespread allegations of abuse. Several famous individuals, including actors Joaquin Phoenix and Rose McGowan, were born into the Children of God. The group has attempted to distance itself from its controversial past, but the legacy of abuse and manipulation continues to haunt former members and the public's perception of the cult. 5. The People's Temple. The People's Temple of the Disciples of Christ was founded by Jim Jones in Indiana in 1955. Jones was a charismatic figure who taught a blend of Christianity, socialism, and communism with an emphasis on racial equality. His teachings attracted several thousand followers. The group eventually fled to Guyana, where they created a settlement called Jonestown. By 1978, the population there had swelled to about 900. Around that time, some members warned American media of mass suicide rehearsals at Jonestown. The situation reached a tragic climax when Congressman Leo Ryan flew into Jonestown to investigate. He, 3 journalists, and a cult defector were shot to death. Later, Jones had his followers kill themselves by drinking a cyanide-laced drink. More than 900 people died at Jonestown, marking one of the largest deliberate loss of American civilian life in a non-natural disaster. 4. Aum Shinrikyo. Aum Shinrikyo was a Japanese doomsday cult founded by Shoko Asahara in 1984. The cult attracted young, elite university students and graduates who believed that the apocalypse was near and that they would be the only ones to survive. In 1995, members carried out a sarin nerve gas attack in the Tokyo subway system, possibly in an attempt to bring about the apocalypse and possibly to keep authorities from shutting down the group. 13 people died, and thousands were injured in the attack. 13 members of the group received death sentences. The first 7, including leader Shoko Asahara, were hanged in early July 2018, and the remaining members were executed later that month. The cult was never banned in Japan and lives on in offshoots, including Aleph and Hikari no Way. 3. Matamoros Human Sacrifice Cult. In 1989, authorities found 12 male bodies on a ranch in Mexico near the U.S. border. They would later find 3 more. 5 drug smugglers were arrested in connection with the murders, and they told police they thought the human sacrifices would protect their drug smuggling operations. When the suspects were asked who murdered an American victim, Mark Kilroy, they named Adolfo de Jesus Constanzo, 26, the leader of the cult, and Sarah Aldrete, a student known as the Witch. Constanzo and Aldrete fled to Mexico City, but were eventually found. Constanzo had instructed his follower to kill him to avoid arrest, and Aldrete and the other follower were arrested on the spot. The Matamoros Human Sacrifice cult serves as a chilling reminder of how beliefs can be twisted to justify the most heinous acts. 2. Order of the Solar Temple. The Order of the Solar Temple was founded in Geneva in 1984 by Joseph de Mambro and Luc Juret. The group's beliefs were a mix of Christian doctrine, New Age philosophy, and Freemasonry rituals. They believed that death transports followers to a new life on a planet orbiting the star Sirius. The cult gained notoriety for a series of murder-suicides that took place between 1994 and 1997. In total, 74 members died in these events, including several children. The deaths were meticulously planned and executed, often involving drugging, asphyxiation, and fire. The murder-suicides were meant to align with the group's belief in transcending to a new life. 1. Branch Davidians. The Branch Davidians originated from a schism in the Seventh-day Adventist Church in the 1930s. By the 1980s, the group was led by David Koresh, born Vernon Wayne Howell, who claimed to be the final prophet. In 1993, the ATF attempted to raid the Branch Davidian compound near Waco, Texas, suspecting illegal weapons. The raid led to a 51-day standoff with federal agents. The situation ended tragically when the compound caught fire during an FBI assault, resulting in the deaths of 76 people, including Koresh. The Waco siege remains a controversial and complex event, raising questions about government overreach, religious freedom, and the fine line between a religious community and a dangerous cult. These stories offer a window into the human psyche, revealing how the need for belonging, meaning, and spiritual fulfillment can be exploited. They challenge us to reflect on the psychological, social, and legal aspects of cults and how society can respond to these complex phenomena. If you found this exploration both fascinating and unsettling, Please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth content. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever encountered a cult or know someone who has? What are your thoughts on how society should deal with these groups? Your insights and experiences are valuable, and we look forward to hearing from you.